All right, I think we're live. This is another lunch and code where I learn about something new. We try and use this time to sort of build something. And today we'll be focused on trying to build a scheduling web application that will solve some problems and that we'll write some stories for. So we'll do some prep work and sort of more product type work around personas and planning and feature mapping. We'll then jump into some design where we'll design these features. And then the final thing we'll do, then we'll write some code. Will be step number 3. And then step number 4, we will go and test this thing and see if it works. This is likely to be a longer session than some of the others. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and open up a Google Doc and get started with some. I'm just going to say mission. Build the world's best AI scheduler. Okay. I'm going to write some stories now of problems that we want to solve. So I'm going to pick some. And we're going to use OpenAI, I think, to help with some of this. So I'm going to say engineering leader. I want an overview of changes made and committed to the main branch every Monday, so that I can effectively track progress, identify risks, communicate updates to stakeholders. All right. All right. That's kind of an easy one, I think. Maybe let's pick a store manager as a different one. Say, as a store manager, I want to review the week's schedule for employees on Sunday night so that I can ensure that the team is well balanced and organized. I like this format for stories. Let's pick a marketing manager. I want to review, maybe a different one. I want to summarize my competitors' key marketing activities so that I can refine our positioning. Then we'll pick a social media manager when planning and optimizing YouTube content for the week. I want to receive automated suggestions for improving titles, descriptions, tags, and thumbnails. Okay, so we got some stories now. Let's go to ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT and try and clean this up. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Let's do this. I like this style. I like the context. All right, let's rip this one. I don't necessarily agree with these key features, so I'm gonna take these out. All right, I think we got some of our jobs to be done set up here. If we had the time, we'd probably do some more research, but we will just jump in to what we need to tackle. So we're going to say we need to create a platform that provides automated role-specific insights. Am I recording? Are we live? Yes. The microphone is right here. Okay, role-specific insights and suggestions at end time, ensuring leaders can focus on decision making rather than data collection. I like to use outcomes, like what business outcomes are we trying to drive. So I'm going to say business goals. These are really for people that would maybe use this. So I'm going to say, reduce the time spent on manual updates by 50%, improve decision making efficiency with actionable insights, enhance team alignment and performance, better planning and risk management. And let's create some user goals. Can you see this? Yeah, sweet. Provide tailored role-specific updates and recommendations. Automate repetitive tasks like scheduling, consent management, etc. from jobs to be done. Alright, now let's move to UX. We know we're going to need a scheduler, input modules, output modules. I know that Zapier is one. Alta. I think that's motion. Let's see what this one looks like. No. Okay, this is kind of close to it. I guess, but it's just a little different. So in my mind, basically this very, this is kind of close to the whole scheduler, right? In my mind, I have a view of this looking something like call this like a flow, and then LLM input output. Then I want like rules. I might want APIs. What I'm thinking is that like the rules flow in here. This could then go to an LLM. It takes the input from a source, and then there's like these things you can pull down on each one, and that's sort of the, and you can sort of drag them in. Is sort of the my thought about this. All right. I think it follows like a, so you can like drag these two together like this. Something similar to this is sort of what I was thinking about. Pipes. All right. So with that, I think I'm gonna start to think about interface here, just thinking about these jobs. I think probably this one's the easiest one to maybe think about end to end. Like maybe I can do like GitHub pull request, add the LLM in, add some rules in to filter out PII and some other stuff, and then the output would be some output that I could put somewhere, either with SendGrid or some sort of output tool at the end. So is a component already. I want an overview of changes made and committed to the main branch every Monday. Obviously, you could write a ton of code to do this, but I think it's commit $T every Monday, so that I can effectively track progress and identify risks and communicate updates to stakeholders. All right, now let's start design. Okay, so I think that it was clear like I wanted this like separation, so like let's use this as the page structure. There are more stories here that I might need to add later. We said we were going to have like a sidebar, main flow input, or some CTA up here like deploy or something like that. Stroke it. No. I need Robux. No fill. Stroke. All right, and I need to put a line in right here. All right, cool. All right, that's like the page structure. Now let's come up with a rough design. All right. So I'm gonna make this dark because I prefer dark designs, and let's make this like a gray. Let's make a component for a button. Call it Google Drive. All right, let's round these out a little bit. And then I want the logo for these products to live like on the right hand side. Like this. I like that. And let's have a stroke with white. Let's make it dashed. Oh, so these are going to be these buttons that live down the right hand side. And then I'll have a heading, and I'll call these platforms. Atlassian. APIs. GitHub. Twilio. LMs. Anthropic. We'll put some policies in here too. So I'll have like redaction. I need to think through these security things probably a little more, but safety. Yada yada yada. All right, then in the main flow, I probably want something. There's a little bigger and more square. Without the things, we'll make this like, actually we do want a stroke, but we don't want it dashed, we'll make it white. And we want like a, I don't think, sorry, I want the fill to be white. I don't want the outline to be green, probably. Can't really see that. All right. We'll call this start. Or input. Or maybe this is scheduled input or something like that. Let's just start with this. Then there's output. I need a good red. Will be the output. there, and assuming that the user goes through the flow, there should be some circular objects at the bottom here for them to pick. And then draw a line. Sorry, I'm just trying to map out the flow. They should be able to draw a line between these two. So like someone should be able to go to here, start to drag this over, and then pull it into the middle. Maybe this becomes a different module when they pull it in. So say it was GitHub, it'd be GitHub branded. It'll be like, what would they have? They'd have like a form in here for something. So let's see if we can copy some theme stuff, open in Figma. Let's see if we can find examples of forms. Text field seems appropriate. All right. It's massive. GitHub repo URL. We'll need some way to configure it, so let's find an icon. This will be some setting that they'll need to click on to enable. Maybe there needs to be a drop down in here too. Does Redux have drop downs? Let's see, select. I don't know how well this is going to move. Issues, let's just commit. Assume that you can select the type of object. This doesn't look great right now. Right now, I can't move that. All right, we'll figure that out later. And then we probably need this to be GitHub branded. Okay, they decide to go with the pink now, do they? Let's get the AutoCAD logo. Thank you. Probably need to write this out too and figure this out. Change the stroke to white, I guess. This logo too. Let's take this one as well. All right, then let's assume that the user needs to drag this from here to here. This should be white. Maybe grey. What's this color? Needs to be thicker. Bring this one up in the chain of command. Alright. So that's like a rough idea of what this would do. The output's not going to do anything, so you got to figure out input and output modules. Let's create another one in here for the LLM. So we will copy GitHub here. Now change this to OpenAI. Alright, OpenAI has this like kind of greenish color. What color is this? Alright, let's make this a little bigger probably. 20 by 20. I don't love that color, to be honest. And let's find Radix theme. Where is text area, text field? Trying to figure out what this is. Oh, it's above, so let's call this prompt, and then we should have a test something button in here to test it. So corner radius, this one. Well, let's use that color. Test. All right. Then we need these things. Let's then assume that you can pull. So our prompt might be in here, might be like with the latest commits over the last 7 days, provide a summary. And then we need to come up with a good design here for the scheduler, the input and the output. And when I do these, I like to just incrementally build the design so that I can reference it back when I start actually building this thing. So input needs some sort of scheduling ability. Let's find someone that's done this before. And let's look for scheduler. That one's kind of interesting. I don't like a recurring though. Like a recurring task. These are sweet. I like this design. I like this one too. So maybe there's like weekly, daily, weekly, monthly. Okay. Are there any others here that look good? Not really. All right, let's take this one as this one that I like. So we're gonna have like 3 of these boxes. They're gonna have a stroke. They're gonna be rounded. Does radix have checkboxes? Checkbox. Checkbox group, what is that? Let's take this one and copy it. Grab. Okay. I need the one without it now. Radix. Now it needs like a title. It should be like daily. What color is that? Let's copy that color. They're suited for tasks that figure out the language later, but okay. And then we just want to take this, copy this, move it over, change this one to monthly. And then I'll have a custom one that I will disable for the time being. Radix. Alright, with this one, let's now create like sub buttons in here for the day. Be like light grey. Yeah. Then we'll name it in here. So this will be Monday. Let's create a component from this. Day button. We're just still working on this design. Alright, let's wrap these up in a group. It's kind of big for this view, but you can figure that out when we get to it. Alright, I'm going to take these out of here and put them into the main page now. So we had this input. We're going to work on making this better. We might have to move these things around. Because our input trigger is now going to be very different. Let's go back, get rid of this. Let's group this. Don't love this color, so let's go to this color instead. Whoa, that looks bad. I knew that all the text had. Oh, Jesus, all these now. We need some text to go with this. Let's ask OpenAI to help us. Come up with some text to explain this within a flow control. All right. Okay, let's copy the text. Okay, and then the next one was and then let's choose this. Okay. Day selection. That they have run in the eligible time, select the days of the week to be active. They have a heading or just that? Eligible times. Yeah. Designated days or something like that can be the title. I don't love designated, but keep it for the moment. I'm going to keep this pretty simple for the time being and just copy this AM PM. All right, I think we got what we need in this group now. Oh, what is going on with these groups? All right. This schedule is going to take up a lot of real estate. That I got to figure out. All right. Let's do this. How are we doing on time? Well, no. All right. I'm going to stop here and move to some code. All right, I'm going to jump now, I think, from this design. I feel super stretched for some reason on the stream. I don't know why. I'm going to jump from this sort of design over to actually building it using Radix probably today. So I'm going to... All right. Template React. Install. This set up now at 5137. Just make sure that does it hot load. Yeah. Pin this, pin ChatGPT. Now we want to install on top of this okay. So it's just a matter of installing primitives in here. I do want to put Tailwind in. So let me... Tailwind config. Where do you change this? Then configure Tailwind to include Radix data assets. All right, let's keep building this thing. So I think this is roughly what we want to like move stuff around. Yeah. Let's get all these flows. Okay, so we want that. So let's keep this one running. Okay, so those packages were installed, so that must mean that we can follow this guide now to get started with React Flow. Okay, we got something here. Some weird CSS though. Oh, I can't see them. All right. Let's go to index and let's start to create orientation for page. So I want to, coming back to the design, like I just want to kind of get this set up first so that I can start to build this out. So in order to do that, I need to change this, and I'm going to call this D&D flow container display flex flex direction column height. We'll have 100 view height, or what else do we need here? And then we'll see the overflow is hidden. All right, and then let's go to our app, div class name, D&D flow container. .dnd flow container. Okay. Then let's add another one called D&D flow. And this will display flex flex grow 1 overflow. All right. All right, now let's set up the sidebar. Let's call this. Sidebar is going to have a width of, let's say, 250 pixel, 250 points, with a height that is 100. We're going to border right, solid RGBA. And then we'll say it's a 0.5 or something like that. Overflow Y, we'll say it's hidden. Okay. And then let's create a component. Does this work? Oh, I just need to type. React. I always am terrible at types. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's like, we need to have sidebar props. Type sidebar props. Let's check it. All right, we got part of our sidebar done. And let's add a div for React Flow wrapper, and we'll call the flex grow 1 overflow hidden div class name React Flow wrapper. Alright, so I'm just going to create some initial nodes at the top here. App. So we're going to say const here. We'll create the initial one, so we say ID 1. The type will be start. Data will be, we'll add a label called start. Type and data label and set nodes, on nodes change say use node state initial nodes. Argument. Okay, let's fix this with ChatGPT. Oh, it's not position. All right, now let's go back to the code. Okay, now we need to add in some node types. So we're going to say node types equals start. I'm going to create an input node and an end, which we call end node. Now in our components, we're going to have to set up these nodes. So we'll create something here called nodes input node dot d. Oh, let's fix this. All right, let's go here. Install these. What's the errors here? Cannot find radix themes or its corresponding type declarations. Then we'll do end node. Let's install these. So node types just needs to be passed like this. Still don't see those types, those items though. don't get why they don't show. Why are they not showing? Color mode dark, fit view, a bunch of other shit you're gonna add probably. Let's see, fit view. Color mode dark. Set edges on edges, change, and then use edges state. And then the initial will be ID E1 to 2, source, target, 2, animated, true. Do another one, ID E2 to 3, source, 2, target 3. What did I do? Still cannot see it. Oh, there we go. So we got these components, but they're too wide. So I think we want to wrap this in a container of the app itself. So we're going to have to change this. Export function D&D flow, and then say export. Does this work? Yeah. React flow provider D&D provider. Which will set up in a second, and then put the D&D flow in here. Alright, let's see. D&D provider is the one that we need to set up next. And we'll do that by creating, in our components, creating D&D context. And then export const D&D context equals create context. Import React, create context, use state, use from React. Export const D&D provider equals children don't know if it's going to like this. This will be the type. Set type. Use state as null. I'm going to return the All right, now let's get ChatGPT to fix this. Right. Damn it. Okay, I lost the UI somehow. What's the bug? It's got to be something to do with how the app is set up. Right, like somewhere. Let's see. Okay, let's see if this fixes it. Nope. So funny that fixed it. Alright, now I gotta figure out what in the world is going on here. Like, it does not like this. If I take out the React flow provider, does it work? Nope. If you just return. Alright, let's try and fix that piece. Wow, this works now. Oh, sick. Okay. Alright, looks like we're in business with our flow. I still don't love this weirdness, so let's try and fix that. Alright, radix, index, let's... No, it'll be hidden, but no, I don't think that weirdness. Let's go back here. Let's see, okay, so that's React Flow wrapper. And then we'll create a constant for that wrapper. const react flow wrapper equals use ref. Then we need to use React. Import React. Use ref. Use callback. Use effect. Use state. It still didn't clean up the size. Why doesn't this show? What do you say, flex? All right, let's fix the sidebar. Let's see. Sidebar is a component node called sidebar. Okay. Some sides. Flex direction would be column. The width should be 10 view width. The height should be 100 view height. Padding 1 rem. And what's at the bottom right as 1px solid 221, 221, 221, and then 0.5 alpha. Overflow y should be auto. Don't know why this stops, it's very annoying. Alright, now let's maybe try and figure out this sidebar nav. So to start with, we will come up with a logo. Maybe, let's see. Okay, I like this one. We'll squish some of the letter spacing. Now we need a logo. Like a map. Oh. Weird. Alright, I like this one. Then let's find a map. Route. Alright, I like this one. Thanks, Yandex, for your generous contribution. Flip it to white. Alright, let's group these. We'll export this to assets. Alright, now how do I... Oh, back in here. Sidebar. Import React components as, let's see, routely from assets. Okay, you've got to do something with tsconfig. Let's do SVGL rollup in the, where is it? It's not in ESLint, it's in like Vite config. Let's go install it. npm install. Pull SVGL. Okay, sick, now we got a logo. Okay, so now we need to create these like sections in the sidebar that I can then drag over to the right. So let's maybe make a start on those. Let's see how we will think about those. So let's first create like a collapsible component in the right side. So I'm going to call those components navigation collapsible section.tsx. Okay, and I'll just write some collapsible section equals title open on toggle children blah blah blah. And then I will just say write this TypeScript component using Radix UI for collapsible section. All right, now let's put this in. Let's install this. All right, then if I want to use all these collapsible sections, let's see what this would look like in the sidebar. So now, collapsible section title, and we'll call this platforms open. We'll have to figure this out. On toggle, set open. Let's see, what sections does this have? Yeah, it does have these. Title open on toggle children. That's just because it's not set. Okay, so just show hide. All right, let's just clean up the interface a little bit here. So I don't want these background colors. I want a blank border. The content, I want a padding left of 1 rem, and then I want margin top of 0.5 rem. Let's see what that looks like. Don't like the outline or whatever. What in the world is this? The button outline or something? It's weird. Sidebar. Alright, seems to be fine. I think this needs to be a little wider, to be honest. I don't love this being so close over here, so we may need to put some padding on the right side of it. Let's see. Sidebar. On toggle. Margin. All right, now let's start working on the button, I think. So let's start writing it in here. And then we'll call this draggable menu item. I really like writing TypeScript when I don't have to do a lot of work. So I can just do icon, label, no type, on drag start. And then I'll just write these like on mouse down, change cursor to grabbing, on mouse up, change to grab, on mouse enter, slightly lighter hover, and then on mouse leave, revert to original shadow, use roll button. All right. Use drag handle dots to icon inside. And then icon and then a span with label. Create using TypeScript. Use Radix. Let's make it look great. All right, let's create this. Go to sidebar, draggable menu item, and add in an example. Let's see, icon equals, we'll create one for GitHub, and then we'll have a label, GitHub, no type, we'll just do end on drag start. Okay, I had the logo for GitHub here. Let's export this out. Because this is going to be on a white background, let's make it white and let's call it GitHub. Then back over here, import. Unexpected token. Oh, it's not closed. Oh, it did not like that. If I remove it, does it work? Yes. I think it's I need to create just a method for on drag start. Let's do this. Const on drag start equals event node type. Event.data transfer .set data. No type. Event.data transfer. All right, now we need to handle on drop. So we're going to create another one here called on drop. Handle the menu item being dropped. Prevent the default action from occurring if no type return const position equals screen to flow, and that's going to be x event dot client x y event dot client y. Const new node equals id get id, which we need to write a function method for, I think. Type position data, and we label type, and then node. On change, handle node change. And then finally, set nodes, nds dot concat new. All right, and then that probably is like a bunch of different screen to flow position type set nodes handle node change. See if we can fix this. this moving and working. Now we need to work on making this look a little better. So I need to get the draggable menu in a better place to make it look better. So let's look at draggable menu from the sidebar. Let's see. Padding, let's keep the padding similar to 0.5 REM, 1.0 REM. Border radius. Let's change up these. Okay, let's pick a dark color. Let's use HLS. 0. 22.40%. Then we need a border. Same thing. Box shadow 0, 1px, 3px. Then RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.5, something like that. Transition. Background color 2 seconds with ease, box shadow with ease. Sort of too dark, let's see. I feel like it's too dark, I kind of want it this color. Let's see. I need something darker than this for the sidebar. This. Then make that a little lighter, I think. All right, where are we? Let's see. Sidebar. Sidebar, sidebar, sidebar. Background color. On mouse enter. How do I change? Okay, now I need to go back to the main TCX, no, app TCX. Add one for GitHub. Make sure that the draggable menu item in the sidebar node end is GitHub, and see if this magic works. Okay, so we got data here. These do not connect. Alright, why don't you connect? Looks terrible. Alright, let's see. There's some edges that need to be fixed. I think I need edged, probably. Okay. The drop down isn't really working, but alright, let's keep going with this. We have this right here. Let's figure out how to fix these so I can drag to each of the items. So I can drag these things through. So I can drag this to this. I don't see the top and bottom connectors anymore, so I'm going to have to put handles back on this GitHub node. Oh, it does have handles underneath the card, maybe. I don't see it when I drag it. Oh. All right, let's see. to any of this. Let's work on getting these things set up in the app, which I assume is correlated to the Alright, now we need to write a use effect. So when, let's just write this use effect. Is flow connected? Nodes, edges, set is connected. Connected. Then we want nodes, edges. Is connected. Set is connected. Yeah. We'll use the callback. Params, set edges, add edge. Add edge is not defined. All right, let's try that. Another node, which we're going to call. Can you make another node for Anthropic called Anthropic node and producing the same color as Anthropic with orange? The orange color as the outline to the card. Add inputs for model and a prompt. it just gets like caught up here. It just gets absolutely ruined by it. I don't know why. I can't deselect search. That's annoying. Just get stuck. Same place. No, yeah, same place. Content reference site. Cannot finish. So weird. Okay, let's... Sick. Right, let's now put this back over here. Create an Anthropic node. Alright, now what do we need to do? We need to start, we need to work on the Anthropic logo, so let's get that. Let's get that logo. Let's copy this one. All right. Anthropic.svg. Then we should be able to add it like we did here. Anthropic logo from all right, I need to go add the Anthropic logo to the sidebar. Okay, let's now add the Anthropic node to the app. Anthropic. Let's take a look at it. Cool. All right, let's change the color of this logo because I don't like it. Why? I don't know why it's why it is that color. Let's see. Nice. All right. Let's have a build another node for OpenAI. All right. Damn it! It fails again. So weird. It's like a bug. Some cleanups on the code there. What am I doing? Add OpenAI. Check it works. All right. So now I got these two. Let's make sure OpenAI has the right list of drop-down items. All right, let's do another one with the hugging face. Right, I'll add it to the sidebar. No hugging face. So I need to do something about the size of this. Like reduce the size of the icons or something. Probably reduce the size of the text here. Seems like there's too much room on one side. All right, to these. That's the one I need to get rid of. Like there's too much, there's some padding. I don't really need that much padding left of those things. Yeah, it looks way better. Okay, so let me go back here and drop menu 0.5, 0.5, and then it's in a collapsible section. We don't want one rem of things. We want, yes. Wait, that looks a little better. All right, let me. Let's up the Hugging Face node. Sidebar. Oh. Not in the sidebar. Hugging Face node. There we go. All right, we got models. Let me do this. Let's add in some more of these logos to make it look a little bit better on the platform side. We probably won't have time to do them, but it would be good. Sidebar. All right, let's add in some more here. Let's change this one to Google. Then I'll add Slack. Then Atlassian. Microsoft Office. All right, that's quite a few right there. Okay, let me go to okay, there's assets, cool. Drive. Slack. Atlassian. Get some more that are going to come later, like the database companies. Pinecone. Supabase. Postgres. Those are the logos for now. All right, let's start getting these out. SVG. That did not do anything. Nope. Okay. All right. So we got these lined up. Platforms are done. Well, not done, but yeah, I got GitHub here. I'm going to produce this sort of JSON object at the end from here that I'll be able to run. The thing that I got to work on right now is a start node that represents something similar to what we designed here. So we have like this done right now. What we need to do next is to work on this scheduler. So we need to basically copy this and say, create a scheduler that looks like this using Radix UI components for a module, for a node. That's the start node. Okay, let me, where is it? Let's pull it into three top items, daily, monthly, and custom. Deactivated for daily, there should be the ability to select day or multiple days, and then select AM or PM. For monthly, there should be the ability to select the day in the month, and AM or PM. For the monthly, there should be a horizontal carousel type thing that you can scroll through the days vertically, horizontally. Build using Radix UI and make sure this looks very enterprise ready. Let's see what it looks like. The app TSX, I should be able to change this to start to scheduler node. Does not like that. Okay, why don't you like it? How long can I stream on a stream length max LinkedIn? 4 hours. We're going to be wild against that. Alright, alright. Nope. If I change this to the input node, does it work again? There's something about that node that it does not like. What could it be? How do I know what's breaking it? Let's import Radix toggle. All right, let's go. React toggle does not provide. Oh. Import star from. So only we can output. Okay, let's see. All right, so I think we got this in a pretty good place right now. So we can select items in this flow. So I can pull in GitHub. And the goal is to get like this JSON output. So I can pull in another one here. Let's move these along so you can see them. So we should be able to get like a JSON object that represents this flow. So if I hit export, it should now print out this object that has node outputs. And you can see we have two nodes. We have GitHub and we have Anthropic in here too. And we should be able to change the prompt. So we could say evaluate the input commits for the last 7 days from today and provide an overview of what has been done. All right, now let's export that and make sure that it picks those changes up. Yeah, so we got that picked up. All right, so the next thing we need to do is process this output somehow using some sort of tool we can use. So let's we do this. Let's go to ChatGPT. I'm going to say given a JSON output of with there's a post payload to a Python server that will run this. Let's make sure we get the right object. Copy object. All right, let's see what comes back. So it's just going to create mock functions for each of the nodes. We might need something more basic than this. Python library. Let's try it. All right, let me create a new. Can I run terminal in here? No. We might have to jump to the VS Code instance. One sec. Let me. All right, VS Code. We got some code from here, so I'm going to change this and get activity monitor. We want this probably wide enough for me to see. How do I make it bigger? Okay. Alright, we got VS Code here now, so I can switch between these two. Alright, let's create a new file, and we'll just call it app.py. And then let's take this code from here, see what the output is. Okay, and let's run it. Python. All right, let's Python environment. source. Source bin. Trying to figure out if this is actually working. So every 10 seconds, I think this is. Yeah, it's running this every 10 seconds, not necessarily. And then let's try and use a. How do I add it? Okay, let's change this and use DeepSeek to find this. So here I'm using DeepSeek, and I have a local model installed using Olama to run it. Sorry, I got some light in my eyes. Each JSON object should represent a flow in which data gets passed down to each object. The scheduler should only run once, and if it is now, e.g. AM equals 9 AM and PM equals 1. All right. All right, what do we got here? We got schedule from JSON. No type start mode. Get the start type. Define the schedule. Print starting task for blah 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 days overtime. If length of schedule job. Add tasks. No, I'm still not understanding it. All right, let's go back to OpenAI and see if we can change this. All right, so. First node is the start, which should dictate when this should start. Oh, let's see if I understood that. Okay. Let's see if this one works now. All right. Let's get this. So this should run just once. Oh, it's sick. Okay, now let's actually go implement some of the code that we have. So for GitHub, let's go look at the developer code for their API and hope that I don't need a key. We can find a key, but it's annoying.
GitHub public API. Nope. That documentation. I want to get commits. Oh, unless I do need a token of some sort to do it. Maybe not. Just have commits. Ooh. Okay. So, all right, we'll just use this one, I guess. Maybe there's like another public repo. Most popular commits on GitHub. SaaS starter. This looks cool. Next.js. 4 days ago, those changes. Just gonna find another one based on Light Panda. What is this? Headless Chrome. Cool. But maybe not what we're looking for. There's not any commits in ages, so we're probably not going to do this one because I think people will. Let's pick our friends at Stripe. And let's pick the Stripe JS library. Doesn't like that, but I like this one. Oh, there we go. All right. It doesn't necessarily tell you what they did, I don't think. But maybe this is going to be useful. Let's find out. Okay, so let's. How much data is in this? So it comes back with an array, so I'm going to change the GitHub function to pull from repo the last 10 commits. Let's do 40 commits. And then, yeah. I don't think I can even send them all of this. Seems too long. Maybe still too long. Still a lot of code to do this. All right, let's put this into our app, which was probably could structure this better, but okay, let's change the default now. We'll change this to Stripe. What was it? Stripe.js. All right, let's run it. Oh, it did not like that. Oh, I think it's because of the URL. Maybe not. Because of this. It's really how it would work. Oh wait, so that works. There's going to be something wrong with this. Can we print? Oh, default repo. It's not being got the repo name because it is listed here. So let me change this and just assume that someone had typed in stripe.js. Right. Sweet. All right, so we got data out from here that's passed down. I'm just going to assume I'm going to move back to the 40 commits. Just make sure that works. All right. Then let's change the next one, which was to process the Anthropic node. We'll probably need an API key for this. Let's flip back to here. Let's go look at their docs. Start building. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's give it this. Then we're going to need to install Anthropic while this one runs. And get an API key. All right. So now we got the Anthropic one in here. Let's move this to process Anthropic and jump back to our code, VS Code. Let's not do this. Let's do. I can't remember exactly what this is, so let's ask. So, while this runs, I will go get an API key. I'm just setting up my secret right now. And we'll call it Anthropic API key. Alright, and then like this. Then let's run. I don't fix up the prompt right now because I think that I want to push data to it as well. This is All right, I like that. Sometimes this thing is so weird. Oh wait. Okay, we're going to specify the model in here because the model we need to select is Claude Sonnet. Let's make sure it's in here. Oops. Let's make a cheap model because I don't need to use the most expensive model. Let's show you what I'm looking at. And switch. Why don't they have pricing right here? Crap. Claude 3 Haiku. Oh, it would be really helpful if they like arguments even know what the. Let's see. They have a workbench. That's cool. 8192. Okay, let's flip back to here and input the model. And let's run this. Yep. The Anthropic API key variable is not set. Run source here. Try again. No, it does not like that. There's a way I can do this without exposing my key to the world. I have a variable for this. I just don't know. Maybe I need to reset it. Let's see. No, I gotta get through this. Activate. Right. Source bin activate. Might just because it's in a virtual environment, I guess. I don't think it likes it. What other way could I do this? I guess I could set up keys like it recommends and do it that way. Where was it? I'll go back with this. Yeah. I'm going to create a .env file. And I'm going to API. Anthropic API key. All right, we hit that API. Then we need to load .env. Probably need to install it. All right, let's see. That's ChatGPT 2. Oh, that's why. Right, let's try this. Key is not defined. Oh, well, it won't be defined because... Alright. Let's see if I can change this so that I get a, say, workflow complete. Let's pre-print this out at the end. Process node sequentially. Error processing, invalid request error. Please use the messages API instead. Messages API. Let's check out that messages API. Yes. This has to be some of the worst code I've ever seen. I mean, you meant to put messages in here? Like, not that helpful. Alright, let's flip back to... I don't even know what the format of the messages should be. Like, is this just... Is it an array? Like, okay, so it's an array, but are the types in here? Yeah. So weird. At least I can split it though, which is probably useful. Okay, Anthropic, where are you? Wait. Alright, we got a combined prompt. Unexpected indent. Did Anthropic return a response is all I care about. Expected models. Missing required arguments. I don't understand this. Maybe this. That's why. All right. Let's see if we got something. I cannot evaluate our access. It tells me what to evaluate, so I need to change this. Which I need to change the prompt probably up here, which
missing. Okay, so for some reason it's not combining, so let's do this. Is it admin then user? Like, how do they not put examples? Like, still don't have examples, just roles. Like, what are the different type of roles? I don't understand how they could not put that. It's a messages object, assistant. Okay. Why this isn't in their examples is crazy to me. Like, just link to it. Okay. Try that. Did we get data? I still don't understand why it's not getting that input data. Because it should have the input data returned from the previous example, right? Process data should return status success with commits. Ending task method API. What's this flow? Maybe it's this. Needs to change. Let me do this. Okay, so it does finish GitHub, and then it's trying to pass. That's still in that order, though, right? It needs to follow the exact order from the JSON data. Oh, so it does process it sequentially. Okay. The thing that I need to figure out right now is, can I... Oh. Is why it is not getting the... The combined prompt would be prompt. Let's actually comment out the... and just make sure the prompt is working. Evaluate the JSON object with commits and provide a full overview of what's been done with the following context. Okay, so that should work. Take this out. Come on, Anthropic. What do you got? Sick. We have a result here. Here's an overview of the commits, recent changes, rename custom checkout to checkout, added new type definitions, multiple variations of components, key contributors from Polo Lee, added missing type definitions, elements grouped. We got like a nice overview from the model. All right, that's awesome. And then we got all this context that probably comes back. So the final output is kind of has this list of stuff that it did with all the reference. All right, this has been a crazy long one today, but essentially what we've done, maybe to this is what I was looking at. So this ran, and we got a status output from Anthropic here about changes that were made to the Anthropic SDKs. So I could change this. Let's do Twilio. Twilio Python. Let's run it. You should get a bunch of changes. And then we got a response, and it says, here's an overview. The latest releases, version progression went from 9.24 key contributors, added documentation, implemented OAuth, removed Python 3.7 test support, added enable newer versions of retries. So this is like a pretty good list of stuff that happened, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so as I was saying, this is what we worked on. So maybe I'll do a quick recap. We did a lot, to say the least. So we worked on this interface that connects components together and allows you to export a data object. And then with that data object, I can run it through a server, and that server will process that data based on what's here. And part of the reason for doing this is to learn a little bit about Radix and a bunch of UI components, but also to spend a little bit of time on some automated things that I might continue on with this project in the future. But for right now, I'm kind of done with this. No, I'm joking. For this, we'll yeah, we made some good progress. Good progress with some components for all these different items, and we could, go through this and make it better too. We could chain some of these things together too. I could add OpenAI in there, and then if I had another JSON object, I could then run that. But for now, I'm gonna, leave this one where it is for right now. And if you watched any of this over the last 4 hours, I appreciate it. This was a fun. All right, bye.